Hi everyone, thanks for coming into the Lilac room. I'm Lilac. So I'm going to do a oracle card reading for the full moon in Pisces coming up on September 20th. Sorry, I sound all frazzled. I'm not, I promise. I'm all business over here. My son says I get into business mom mode. Let's just calm down a little. So I pulled a couple of runes to kind of get us started and see what the general vibe and energy is leaning towards. And what I'm hearing is the divine feminine healing, particularly healing matters pertaining to home instead of self, pertaining to home, okay? Divine feminine healing, home, that's a general overall theme. And so if any men are watching, which I know they are, so the males who are watching, just because I'm saying divine feminine, you could be the divine feminine. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy that they work with, and people pull a certain type of energy depending on what their soul's vibrational level is, okay? I'm also feeling that there are many women. So, you know, if you're tuning into this reading, there might be a mom or a sister or a friend who's female that are they need healing, so they might be having some health crisis, okay? They may be in the hospital, they may be struggling a lot, okay? There's some really serious health issues hitting some women out there. I feel like the people listening that are tuning into this reading are not the ones with the health issues, but they have family members and friends, girlfriends, moms, wives, grandparents, etc., etc., okay? So, we're going to use the spellcasting oracle deck. Now, I don't want you to think that means I'm going to cast spells. No. I'd like to. I'm in the mood for that, believe me, I really am, but I'm not doing that. What I am going to do is read these oracle cards the way I read my tarot cards, okay? I feel that a lot of people have questions about oracle cards. I get asked questions about oracle cards all the time. What are they? Why are they used? How are they used? Honestly, nobody likes tuning into a reading and having someone pull a card and then read straight from the book, etc., okay? Because we probably all feel like, hey, I could have done that myself. And that's true. You can. You should be buying oracle cards. You should be using oracle cards. But something I've done for many years is use oracle cards to divine messages, just spiritual messages. I'm going to tune into the energy of the people potentially who might be tuning into my new full moon. I'm sorry, I always say new moon, so I'm going to apologize in advance. Full moon in Pisces energy, September 20th. And I'm recording this on Saturday evening, September 18th. So essentially tomorrow you're going to have 95% illumination, according to what Annika just told me. Annika's my daughter. Annika has appendicitis right now, guys, so she is really ill. She's going to be needing to get her appendix taken out. We're waiting to schedule it. So also, she's a woman in my life that needs healing. So there you go. But as I was passing by her room, she was like, "Mom, tomorrow is 95% illumination, okay?" And she was just trying to give me data for the reading. It was so sweet. I have to say I love that. All right, so it just occurred to me that I have a very special appointment on Monday, and Monday is the full moon. I do think many of you tuning in, you have big things happening this week, and some of it is going to center around the ill people that you're dealing with, okay? So, general reading. I was telling you about oracle cards. Oracle cards can be read intuitively, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the universe to give us a message that will carry us through for the next week or two. Understand that when you're dealing with full moon energy, the week or so leading up to the full moon date and the week or so after the full moon has occurred are still powerful times. But the most powerful point is supposed to be the night of the actual full moon. So right now, as I'm reading, the energy that we're talking about has already been circulating. You're already feeling it. It's easy for me to pick up on it. If I had done this like 3 weeks ago, it wouldn't have been as easy, but we are all in it right now, okay? So, this is just a general, it's not according to your sign or anything. If you found this reading, there might be a reason, or if you just follow, you know, my uploads. All right. I like it. I pulled 5 cards. I feel good about it. I'm getting told to get one more. Okay. Lovely, lovely. Okay. So I actually pulled 6 cards. So I'm going to show you each of the cards. You know, and when you do oracle card readings, you're tuning into the colors, the vibrational energy, the way the cards look together as a conversation piece, okay? And other, whatever your spiritual abilities are, that's what you use to divine the message, okay? The first card I pulled is Lighten Your Load, and I immediately saw how this tied in to the idea of some of the people tuning in today, or to hear this message, have family members and friends who are in crisis. All right, so that puts pressure on you guys. Some people listening are carrying heavy burdens of a workload particularly, but I feel more that this is an emotional weight that is being carried, okay? This is a full moon in Pisces. Pisces are the wise and learned and oldest souls in the zodiac, right? So right off the bat, you know, I definitely sense that we are dealing with a lot of emotions, a lot of emotionalism, you know, and we can't help that, right? It's not, you can't help it sometimes. So when you see a card come up like this and you're carrying the weight of the world, you know, I immediately think, okay, people need to get to yoga class, they need to go to the gym, they need to meditate if that's their thing, sit outside in the yard with a mixed beverage, like a frozen drink of some sort. Okay, I'm getting the message that some of you need to pick up the phone and make a call. Make a phone call. Okay, so unweight yourself, unload the burden that you are carrying by making a phone call. That is a very specific message, okay? If it makes sense to you, then you've got to make a phone call. So fertility, this beautiful lady here, definitely telling me about a demographic of potentially women who are tuned in to this message. You're younger, okay? This is a message for women who are, you know, at an age where you're women now. You're not little girls anymore, if you're catching my drift. That's the age group I'm talking about, but people who are younger. This is a reminder that you are building something right now for your future. Some of you are having to make some decisions about literally as basic as what do you want to be when you grow up. So maybe there's something, you're being offered an opportunity to either take a job that might lead to some future opportunities for you, or it might be that maybe you're taking courses, classes at school, or being, you know, hearing about something that you want to learn more about. I definitely get the sense that it's through school, it's taking a program, it could be something like driver's education, you know, but I feel like it's more important than like a driver's ed class. It could be like a CPR course that you're being guided towards, but whatever it is, even if it's none of the things I mentioned, but something else completely different, I'm definitely getting signaled here to bring it up and talk about it and say, if you are this younger person and you are thinking about what you want to do later in life and how you can get there, like, do you need to take training for it? Do you need to, you know, maybe this is you want to join the military, so you want to start, you know, getting fit and then getting in shape and learning about these things. Whatever it is, it's going to be personal to you, okay? This one's great. Passion. How beautiful. There are definitely some artistic people out there, dancers, acting, very specialized kinds of movement that I'm feeling in this. And you're doing it for a reason. Is it for charity, I wonder? Because I'm getting a feeling of like really going out there and using your body, mind, soul, maybe other things like music, art, color, dance, to help people, basically. I see like a city street, so I feel like there are a lot of people. I mean, if you're doing anything performance oriented, you would have a lot of people. So maybe some of you are just finding yourself in front of people, performing for people, maybe auditioning for something. And what I love about this is the feeling of it's your time to shine, okay? And if you are in the right place for you, this beautiful thing is just like shining right out of you. I just noticed, look at this. See how the color, look at the art behind me and the colors here. Okay, and I had Annika paint that for me several years ago, just because I wanted something with the oranges and reds for fall. Okay, literally commissioned her to paint that for me. And this doesn't really make me think of fall, but because we are in fall, or just about to be in fall here in New England, it could be also saying like this is closer than you think. I mean, we are talking about the new moon period, so I feel like this is coming, okay? This is coming soon. 3 very different messages so far, okay? Reconciliation. I'm getting the feeling of childhood friends, even sisters, finding, oh, sorry, I just whacked my table. I do that a lot. Finding common ground. I do think that, I know I mentioned something with this card here about lightening your load, about making a phone call. I'm feeling a connection here to this. I feel that some old friends, old connections are becoming revitalized again, guys. So maybe there's people in your life, they're part of your soul tribe. You guys parted ways and went on separate journeys for a while, but there's something powerful in the coming together as a reconciliation, kind of like putting your notes together and saying, well, I went on this journey and here, you know, and I found these mushrooms. I went on this journey and I discovered how to make cream sauce. Great, now we can make this delicious fettuccine thing. I don't know, that was so random, but you know, it doesn't have to be heavy, guys. When I like to make jokes and lighten the messages, because, you know, sometimes they're really serious. I am getting a heavy energy for this full moon. I am, and I said that right in the beginning, that I can feel how many women are sick right now. I don't know the level of sickness, but it's going to be different for everybody. Some people are probably fighting for their lives, sick. Could be COVID, I don't know. Could be cancer, I'm not sure. But others, you know, it's different things. It's different things for everybody. But it is a central message that wants to be heard. And, you know, this reconciliation, too, also may be prompted by someone coming forth and saying, you know, I've been sick and it's given me time to think, or I am sick and I want to make amends with you, my dear friend, sister, cousin, whatever. I think that's a beautiful energy. It's a difficult energy, but it's important, you know. And if it's time, let it go, let it out. I feel this card here, financial health, is talking about the blessings that are going to come. There's definitely, and I'm struggling to express what I'm feeling entirely in the energy around us right now. It's like we are approaching the end of a long hallway, okay? And there's a door up ahead. I just want the card to be in the picture. And for some of us, this doorway is going to end with a change of direction. I'm sorry, my kitty cat, my husband threw my cat in here. And she's like meowing now. Baby, what's the matter? She's just going to cry. I don't know. So for some of you, you know, this is a change. This is a career change. That's all I see here is a change of direction, a change in your course. It could be school, it could be in a work situation, but some people are really changing directions quite firmly. This card is extremely powerful, guys. I may pull something to clarify this a little more. I just want to let my cat out. She's fussing. Hang on a sec. Oh, the baby. I'm sorry. Here it goes. I think Daddy's trying to keep you out. I think my husband was like cleaning in the other part of the house, and he didn't want her underfoot, so he threw her in here. I thought it could be pleasant, but turned out no. Commitment. Yes, commitment could mean marriages, engagements. I definitely feel this for some of you. I feel that some of you are moving into commitment because someone's pregnant. And not because you don't want to be in a commitment. You're fine with it, but it's sort of like we've just been kind of going along carrying this load, right? And then all of a sudden, I feel that some blockages became cleared up, okay? And that's why some women are now going to be expecting babies. And then this is moving the family unit into commitment. Okay, I feel very strongly that that's the story connected to this. For others of you, it could be, you know, hey, congratulations, you're actually planning on getting married, or you've just gotten engaged. But more than anything, this message for me feels connected to what I just described here. You know, going down this path, coming into this big change, right? Because having a baby is a change, getting married is a change, committing in a relationship, also a change. I feel this is the dominant energy of this entire reading, is that we are on the precipice as a whole for these kinds of changes. So I did say I wanted a little more information on financial health. Okay, so I'm going to switch to a different deck. It's a fortune-telling deck, so I'm just using some very unusual oracle decks today for you guys. This is the deck I'm going to get some clarification with on financial health. What does that mean for us? I got high honor. Number 25. All right. So, it's interesting. What I'm feeling from this card is the first quarter of the upcoming year. I'm trying to resist the urge to say, because I think I've already mentioned it once, that some young people are considering joining the military. Okay? I got that impression twice, so that I'm just going to throw that out there. But I feel like this 25 is telling me first quarter of the year, which is, you know, January, February, March of 2022. We're in September now, so that's really not far away, okay? So when we're talking about that change, that we're coming into this financial, you know, turn off the highway, that might be the time period. And then high honor, well, okay, also high honors like in school. We talked a little bit about school-aged people, right? And about being in a place where we're changing course. Maybe some of you weren't doing very well and you started to take different kinds of classes and you said, whoa, okay, it turns out I'm actually really good in this field. Didn't see that coming, but now I'm getting high honors and it feels good, and the success rate in a situation like that is going to be so much higher, isn't it? Yeah, look at this. Can you clarify this path that we're coming into the... Okay, here's your clarification, people. Pathway. I mean, this card is just one more version of this card where it's like this long and winding path up to a waterfall. This long and winding path up to a glowing tree and beyond. Okay. And there's butterflies here. Butterflies have spiritual meaning. You can look that up if you like. I also see a raven up at the top of the tree. But yeah, when I see those butterflies, I think about springtime, and springtime next year would be in the at the end of the first quarter. Let me just get one more card. I feel like there's a story unfolding here, and I don't want to just abandon it for the sake of being brief. Courtship. Okay, so there are some new relationships also connected here. And I'm getting a feeling, for some of you, okay, yes, it could be romantic, certainly. But what I'm hearing with that word courtship is actually a different way of using that kind of language, where employers are actually courting their potential employees, right? They're trying to make a better deal. Come to me, come work at my organization. So, I see that you've gotten these high honors in school. I see that you're talented. I want to woo you in. I want to bring you in. I want to bring you on this pathway, right? It leads to this financial health. So some of you, that for a lot of people, there are career changes, okay? And for some people, there is this story of carrying this heavy burden. Then there's some sickness behind the scenes, and then there's this reconciliation. For a lot of you, this is within an age group of younger women for the most part. And then I don't want to underemphasize this beautiful card here. Some of you are having an opportunity to perform, to be in front of a large crowd, to share energy with them in some way. This could be singing, dancing. I feel it's being used to encourage and inspire. That's the word. It's being used to inspire people. So I'm not sure what this means. Is it public speaking in a way, talking about issues that people are in need of hearing? Or is it actually using dramatic arts or something like that to reach people? Maybe some of you are doing this. Whew, that was good. I feel good about it. Let me just get one card from my homemade deck here too. I just don't want to let you guys go today. Just one, please. Time to bring in the harvest. Thank you. I feel my spirit guides going, we're going to help you bring this to closure, ma'am. Time to bring in the harvest. Everybody's been working hard. We're heading into fall. If you know anything about farming and all that, it's harvesting time of year. Okay? So we're being guided to embrace the energy that's around us, not fight against it. When we fight against the energy, we can create nothing. We're just going to stay stagnant. But a lot of you are dropping. You're being forced through sickness, through changes being forced upon you. And this new moon is going to accentuate that process, right? Full moon. I said new moon. See, I told you I was going to do it again. It's not like I don't know it's a full moon, so I don't want you guys to think that I don't know what I'm doing here. But I just say new moon. It's just like I like saying it. I don't know. So basically during this harvest period, Samhain, if you will, which is coming up, that's when these changes are happening. This is a powerful new moon period. You're going to be doing a lot of thinking. You're going to be in your head a little bit too much. You might want to work on some grounding energy, grounding stones, grounding exercises, literal exercise. I'm not kidding. It really, really does help ground you. Also what you eat and drink. I'm hearing especially what you drink. I don't know what that means. If anybody is into nutrition and wants to make some suggestions, that'd be great. All right, so what I'll be doing next is I'll be getting ready to do October readings soon, probably next week. But thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you being here. Namaste.